Hi guys, welcome back to Katawa Shoujo with me, Millbee. I'm still on Hisao side here. I believe that he made the right decision in walking away. I believe that it will make Emmy realize how much she needs him. Or it'll make her think that he wanted things to end. Either way, perhaps this is because maybe this is why I'm alone in this world, but who knows. Anyway, I let out a long breath. We've just come back from her house after she kicked us out. Those feels. The wait until tomorrow morning comes isn't going to be easy. In any case, I have to think on what to say to Emmy. I must apologize, and I must get through to her somehow. No, don't apologize. Don't apologize. Don't apologize. Just say I'm sorry that I upset you. There you go. That's it. Don't say sorry for leaving though. She kicked you out, remember? Not a count. Something has been on my mind for most of the way back to my room. The letter of apology from Iwanako. I was so concerned about my new life when I received it that I didn't even bother to really read it. Yeah, you just threw it in the corner. Now that I find myself in a similar position, my curiosity got rekindled. What did she want to let me know so badly? If nothing else, reading her thoughts might help me frame mine. I remember tossing it away. Damn, where did I throw that thing? I check under my desk. That turns up nothing, so I look for harder to reach, more unlikely locations. Well, now I know where that lost sock went at least. Still no letter, though. It's when I try sweeping my arm under my nightstand that I feel something crinkly jammed between it and the wall. Grunting a little with the effort, I reach for my prize, and soon manage to bring it into the light. Bingo. Wow, you uncrinkled that like a pro. It's like you never crinkled it up in the first place. It's almost like they reused the art from before. I sit at my desk and spread the crumpled paper open. A flick turns on the table light. A magical flick. Skipping past the empty pleasantries, I look for the point where I stopped reading. Ah, here it is. There are other things I want to say. I'm writing to you because I felt that there are things I should have said after the incident back in winter. I really regret that I wasn't able to say them in person, and I have no excuse for it. The truth is, the times when I visited you at the hospital made me worried about you. I'm not talking about your health. You seem to become more distant and disheartened. It was natural after something that happened. I'm sure, but somehow I got the feeling that you'd just given up on something back then. Happiness, maybe? Giving up on happiness. Sounds unpleasantly familiar. I wanted to somehow express my feelings, but the right words didn't come to me. I couldn't say anything to comfort you. I'm really sorry for not being able to support you when it mattered the most. Even though I like you so much. At least now, I can finally be more honest. If I could go back to those quiet days, I'm pretty sure this is the same thing as last time. Back to those quiet days in February and March, I'd tell you not to give up on yourself. That's what I would say. Maybe you wouldn't have drifted so far away if I'd said something. I hope I've managed to get back on your feet on your own. Now that the distance between us is also physical, it also feels more final somehow. I wonder if we will meet again. Perhaps it's for the best if we don't. Still, if you would like to correspond with me, by all means write me back. I'd very much like to hear about your new school and how you're doing. I wish you all the best. Sincerely, Iwanako. After finishing reading the letter, I smooth it out carefully and set it on a side of my desk. Thank you, Iwanako. I wanted to answer yes to your question on that snowy winter day, but I never got to. By the time we met again, it was too late. Or so I thought. What would have happened if I'd behaved differently back in that dismally sterile hospital room? I'm sorry, there's no point in wondering now, but there's no point in trying to forget either. I am who I am because of all that happened to me, and all I look forward to experience. Present, future, and past. And the past may have just taught me an important lesson now. What was it? I'm oblivious to what I just got taught then. I feel like that my agreeing with what Hisao did was wrong, but I think I would have done the same thing. But maybe just because I wanted to hurt them. I'm not sure. I'm a spiteful dude. Chapter 4. Could have ended it here last time. It would have been too long otherwise. The sound of my alarm is an unwelcome intrusion on a sleep that's been a battle to obtain. I doubt I've been truly asleep for more than an hour or two. Too much on my mind. Did I make the right choice leaving the house yesterday? Did I manage to get Emmy to realise how unreasonable she's been? Am I ever going to manage to get her to stop being unreasonable? Well, how many weasels will he eat to prove his innocence? Will he make it to the bomb in time? Find out next time. Emmy's mum gave me gave me a new perspective the other day, but I'm still not sure. What was that noise? What was that noise? What was that noise? bit of Metal Gear Solid for you there. Bit of ham and eggs coming at you in the morning there. But I'm still not sure that it's the right perspective. She was hurt when I left yesterday too. I know that part of any conversation is going to have to include an apology about that. Right thing to do or not, I hurt her. Don't apologize. Don't apologize. Don't apologize. Stick to your guns, man. I am literally the relationship killer at this point. I want him to be amazingly stubborn and make her apologize to him. I hurry down to the track, eager to talk to Emmy. I think I know what to say. Apologize for leaving first and go ahead from there. No. Make her apologize for sending you away. I feel like I'm in totally the wrong court. Unless, of course, Emmy doesn't show up. Which, from the looks of things, seems like it's the case. It's been about 15 minutes since I got here, and there's no sign of her. She's never late, not unless she's sick, which is unlikely. She probably just doesn't want to see me right now. To take my mind off what that implies, I begin my warm-up routine and take off around the track. It clears my mind wonderfully. For the half hour I'm running, I don't think about anything but the run. However, once I've finished, and Emmy hasn't shown up, I get a little worried. With any luck, the nurse will know where she is. If nothing else, I can see what he thinks I should do next. So last night didn't go well, I take it. Huh? You already know? I have my ways. Oh, it's because you're fucking talking of... I fucking hate you taking me... I've lost Emmy and now you've taken Miko away from me. I will kill you! I know I won't. It's not as if I'd missed the distinct absence of your running partner this morning, now would I? No, I suppose not. So what happened? Don't you know already? Maybe, but I could be bluffing. Perhaps I'd prefer to get your side of the story before I give any advice. I quickly fill the nurse in on the events of last night, and he takes it all in without changing expression once. Nothing about the whole event seems to surprise him, although he does seem surprised when I say that I didn't follow Emmy. She used to talk to her mum instead, huh? Smart move. Though I guess it didn't work out too well for you in the end. Well, I'm not sure Emmy seemed apologetic. Emmy seemed apologetic when I left, or at least she seemed that way until she put up her defences again. The nurse sighs and spreads his hands out in a conciliatory gesture. Frankly, I'm surprised she let them down at all. Emmy's had a lot of practice on that score. You probably won't get anything else out of her. I don't believe you. Is that so? You think she'll tell you the whole tale? I swear I just saw the nurse's eyes glitter a little. His expression is the same, but he leans forward ever so slightly. I think she'll open up if I ask her without being an idiot about it, yeah. The nurse gives his enigmatic smile in response and shrugs wildly. I think he's enjoying his role a little too much. That's the real trick, isn't it? Are you sure you know the right way to approach the subject? I can guarantee that Emmy's going to try her hardest to pretend last night didn't happen. It'll be painfully awkward for the both of you, but it'll also be a lot safer than trying to ask her for the whole story again. It could go worse this time. Are you ready for something like that? It sounds like a challenge, like he doesn't believe for a minute that I'd be so bold. I actually feel a little insulted by his lack of confidence in me. Of course I'm ready for that. I love her. Whoa. My outburst gets a raised eyebrow in response. Well then. Good luck. Let me know how it turns out. Although he delivers his parting shot with the same smirk as usual, I actually think that the nurse wants me to succeed. I resist the urge to charge directly to Emmy's room to prove the nurse wrong. I've gone in half-cocked before. I should have gone in full-cocked. Not half-cocked. She was very disappointed in my performance. And the results were less than stellar. If I'm going to do this, I need to figure out exactly what I'm going to say, and how I'm going to say it. Something to think about in class. Sure enough, by the time lunch? I would love some brunch. Lunch rolls around. I think I have a good enough idea of what to say. I can do this. The bell rings and I grab my lunch and dash up the stairs, eager to be there first. I'll need to ask Rin to leave and I'll need to... Hi, Hisao. I'm sorry I wasn't able to run with you this morning. I overslept. Somehow, both Emmy and Rin have managed to get to the roof before me. Oh, that's no problem. Last night was kind of draining, I guess. Emmy's expression doesn't alter in the slightest. Yeah, sorry about that, but I've had such a weird morning since then. Oh, really? Emmy proceeds to make small talk for the rest of the time. I can barely get a word in edgewise, and soon might find myself interjecting with the sort of back-and-forth dialogue that seems to have defined our early relationship. I'm not going to get anywhere on this problem during lunch, obviously. I can respect that. Emmy obviously doesn't want to accidentally pull Rin into things, and that's fine. I think she's just trying to avoid the subject. Not that I think Rin would notice, but I can at least respect that sort of rationale. I try a different tactic. Hey, Emmy, what are you up to after class today? I was thinking we could go somewhere for dinner or something. Emmy looks genuinely remorseful. Sorry, Hisao. I promised the track captain I'd stick around after practice and help some of the other kids with their form. It'll have to be some other time. Yeah, sure. Ah, she's pulling away. Oh no, he shouldn't have left. He should have stayed. I was wrong. Damn. I'm honestly not sure what to do now. Maybe diving into things the day after would be a bad idea anyway. She might still be angry about it and just not showing it. Besides, if she's got track team responsibilities, that's fine, right? I tell myself some variation on this theme the next day, then the next. I wake up, run with Emmy, during which she refuses to talk about anything but the run and what she was doing the night before, and then lunch where we sit and make small talk until the bell rings. Her new responsibilities effectively keep me from seeing her outside of the school. Maybe, just maybe, I'm letting it happen because it's safer this way, just like the nurse said. Except, while it may be safer, I'm feeling more and more wretched. Emmy doesn't look good when I see her anymore. Dark circles lurk under her eyes. She seems more and more distracted, and I can't bring myself to just ask what's wrong because the timing never seems right. Maybe he should have stayed and proved that she's not going to lose him. I don't know. Like I said, I am terrible at reading people. I'm absolutely miserable. Another lunch comes. I trudge up the stairs to the rooftop like a condemned man. Rin is there, but Emmy is not. Immediately I worry that something's happened to her. Maybe the lack of sleep finally made her collapse, or something worse. She seemed pretty tired after our morning run. Maybe she fell asleep and didn't even make it to class. Hey Rin, where's Emmy? In response, I get a rather penetrating look from Rin, and something approaching a frown appears on her face. Is that information really important? I think so. She's usually here with you, isn't she? I don't know. I have no way of being sure. I can confirm that she is, in fact, usually here when I come up. Well, if she isn't now, does that worry you? Kind of. That seems to end the conversation, and the point becomes moot anyway because Emmy bounds through the door with her usual energy. Hisao's kind of worried about you, Emmy. I don't think he can decide, or maybe I just don't believe him, but I think I'm going to go somewhere less awkward now. Okay, she's like, I'm fucking sick of you two dancing around each other. Fuck both of you, I'm off. I'm so surprised by Rin's being so suddenly forward about, well, anything at all, that I merely watch her head through the door. Emmy is similarly surprised and colours slightly crimson as she stares open-mouthed at me. It occurs to me that I should probably say something, if only to break the awkward silence that has suddenly descended. It's because you weren't here yet. I was, worried about it. Why? I'm usually here, and I was worried that something had happened to you. This isn't the first time I've been late, you know. Did you get worried all the other times, too? Not really. Emmy seems slightly amused by this. I don't know why, but it kind of pisses me off. So, why is this time an exception? Maybe it's the light, teasing tone of the question, but something in her response pushes me to be honest. Though I can't help snapping at her when I say it. Because you've been worrying me since dinner at your house, that's why. Well, now it's out in the open, and Emmy's eyes are wide, and she looks like she wants to bolt, but she doesn't. Ah, still on that, I see. What, you think I'm supposed to just forget about it? You threw me out of your house. We've been going on for almost a week pretending it never happened. I didn't see you bring it up either, you know. I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that was the case. We have to address it, or we'll just keep up this, whatever it is we've got right now. It's killing me to look at how you look right now. Did you know that? Those circles under your eyes and that distracted look in them. And I can't help worrying that I've caused it somehow. You haven't. Trust me. Well, I haven't helped either. I keep pushing you to tell me things you aren't ready to tell me. Maybe I was wrong to try and get your mother to help me out, but I've been so worried about you that I didn't know what else to do. Well, you don't have to worry about me any more, okay? I think it's pretty clear we're not right for each other, so maybe we should just stop. Her face is twisted up as she says this. Like she doesn't want to say it, but forces herself to anyway. You don't actually want that, do you? Heck, you can barely bring yourself to say it. Anyway, it won't keep me from worrying about you. I care too much about you to just stop on command. You don't want to tell me that's wrong? What's wrong? That's fine, but I won't stop trying to help you, even if it's just standing by you. Stop saying that. She's shaking now, and she looks at me and as she looks at me, I can see she's afraid and frustrated and a million different things at once. I shake my head slowly and take a few steps towards her. You know what your mum told me? She told me that you'd never ask for help because you know that you're strong enough to get through anything on your own. But that's not the full story, is it? Her eyes go wide and she takes a step back. I keep going. Don't go too far. You're going to push her off the bloody roof. I keep going because I think I finally figured it out. Something tells me I won't get another shot. I put it off for far too long as it is. There's no harm in having someone help you, unless you're worried about needing help in the first place. You're scared, aren't you, because of... I trail off because I don't know for certain what happened to Emmy's father. I don't want to jump to conclusions. Well, never mind. Why, but it's okay to be afraid. You've been running from it and from me for so long. Even though you know eventually you have to turn it... Paddy just went... Leaned back and went... Paddy. It was hilarious. He's like, shut up. You've been running for so long, even though you know eventually you'll have to turn around and face your fear, I'm going to be there to help you when you do. I won't stop, because I don't think you want me to. You can understand that sort of determination, can't you? I can see that I've gotten through to her, but she quickly falls back to anger to try and push me away again. Back on your white charger, Hisao? Gotta help the poor cripple face her emotional problems. What do you know about me? And what about what I've already had to face? God, she's fucking stubborn. You think 2 months of learning to walk again was fun? Okay, stop it now. I'm trying to read this. But I did it, and after I did that, I had to... For a moment, it seems as if she's going to say something, but she cuts herself off. And after all that, you don't think you can get past your fear? Emmy, I can't fathom what you've been through. But to come through it, and still be the sort of girl that you are, well, it makes me think that you have more strength than you think. So I'm not going to help you because I think you need rescuing. I don't want to be a knight rescuing the damsel in distress. But even knights helped each other out, you know. I want to help you, even though I know you can do it on your own. For a moment, it looks like Emmy's going to break down completely. But she doesn't. Tears run down her face, but she stares at me steadily. Why are you trying so hard to help me? Tell her it's because you love her, maybe? Oh, there we go. I'd say that's because I owe you one for helping me out when we first met, but that wouldn't be the truth. The truth is, I just want you to be happy because I love you. Had I ever said that before? We've been in a relationship, and it's pretty obvious that I love her, but did I ever actually speak the words? What did you say? I say it again, savouring the feeling of being able to say it at all. Being able to say it and mean it. Emmy seems stunned. I said I love you, Emmy. I love you. I love you, I love you, I love you. Just you. And that makes me want to stand by you, no matter what you have to face. I'm wrapped in a fierce hug. A fierce hug, then, as Emmy begins to sob against my chest. God, this is so, like, emotionful. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, God, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry about everything, but I'm so scared, Hisao. I'm so scared of losing you, and I love you too, but I can't lose you. I'm so sorry. I'd hold her quietly, shushing her until she settles down. She steps... Calm down, baby. Have a piece of cheese. I hold her quietly, feeding her tiny pieces of cheese. She's like... Stop feeding me cheese. Please. No. Eat the carrots. Eat the baby carrots. She steps back, a little more composed. Will you come with me tomorrow? Back to my house? There are some things I need to show you if I'm going to do this. Of course. Maybe this time we can leave together instead of separately. Emmy grins, a sudden flash of brightness that seems more genuine than anything I've seen in the past week. Yeah, maybe. The lunch bell rings, and I curse the universe's poor sense of timing. Are you free tonight? We can talk more then, right? Emmy shakes her head. Sorry, Hisao, but I'm still helping the track team. Plus, I don't think it would be good if we talked this over tonight. I'm going to be too tired to think properly, and I want to be able to tell you everything without screwing it up. You can wait, right? Even now there's a bit of fear in her voice. I smile and rest a hand on her shoulder. Okay, I'll be waiting. Emmy gives me a quick kiss before she heads off for the stairwell. Considering she's so afraid of losing him, she did a good job of trying to push him away and very nearly breaking up with him. She's a very confused... I don't understand people. I'm now the robot. I don't understand this. I don't understand her approach. I don't understand her. What the fuck was that? I love you too, but I'm going to push you away because I'm afraid of losing you? What the fuck? That doesn't make any sense. Who the fuck? What is wrong with these people? Seriously? What? I feel like I'm watching an episode of One Tree Hill. I hate that show. Everything is so serious. Thanks, Hisao. See you tomorrow morning. Wouldn't miss it. I head down the stairs with the feel of her lips on mine. Suddenly aware of how much I've missed that sensation. I'll have to remember to thank Rin for getting us to talk to one another. Although, it's possible she won't even realise what she's done. Still, if not for her, I doubt I'd ever been able to confront Emmy again. I guess I needed more help than I realised. Tomorrow, however, I'll need to stand alone through whatever Emmy is trying to work herself up to doing. I'll be up to the task, I hope. Oh god, this is going to get more and more depressing, isn't it? I'm going to have to tell more and more jokes. So many jokes. I got so many jokes. Oh my god. So many jokes. I can't even explain how many jokes. So many jokes. The morning sun is bright through my open window, and the sound of my alarm quickly has me up and about. I slept surprisingly well last night, secure in the knowledge that at least I've got another chance of Emmy. If I can keep myself from doing anything stupid, maybe I'll find out what's been eating her recently. I have a few educated guesses, but nothing concrete. Certainly nothing that I'm going to say to her. I'd much prefer to have her tell me herself. So I'm assuming he maybe has guessed his father's dead. He just hasn't said it yet? I don't know. Although I can't help remembering the nurse's warning, but I might not like what she had to say. Do I really need to know that badly? What if it's something awful that makes me repulsed by her? Yeah, it's the fact that she actually has a... What would it be? I murdered someone and ate their flesh. This is actually not my skin. I put someone else's skin over me. Can I really say that I'm prepared to handle whatever she has to say, regardless of what it is? Emmy said she wanted to tell me without screwing it up. What the hell did she mean by that? What's there to screw up? I suppose there's not much use worrying about it, though. I'll find out today. It occurs to me that I really, really need a run this morning to clear my head, if nothing else. Emmy's waiting for me as promised, looking a little haggard, but otherwise bright and cheerful. Much more so than any previous day this week. Hisao, you're late. I wave my hand dismissively. Nonsense. You're just early. Emmy grins back, and it feels like we're finally back where we should be with one another. Except now Emmy, not just me, wants to take another step forward. Although a part of me worries that she'll back out at the last second. Hurry up and stretch, Hisao. I don't want to miss the bus. The bus? I said I wanted you to come back to my house, remember? And I promised Mum we'd be there in time for lunch, so I wanted to hurry. Early start, huh? It's more for my mum's benefit than anything else. Ah, well, that's okay. I unsuccessfully try to guess what Emmy has planned. Sex? Shortly before realizing that it doesn't matter that much to me. I quickly go for my warm-up routine while what the fuck is that face? The concentrated tongue-out face. While Emmy bounces impatiently from one foot to the other. She really does seem to want to get moving as soon as possible. The run is over so quickly, I can barely believe that I've fallen over dead afterwards. I can barely believe that I haven't fallen over dead afterwards. There you go. Emmy sets a blistering pace, and I, in my foolishness, kept up with her. Well, until the last few laps. I had to slow down just in case, but I don't mind. And Emmy's waiting patiently. She's waiting patiently for me when I finish. As patiently as she can wait. Patient. It's a new word. Patiently. Finished? Come on. Good. Come on. She's really enthusiastic. Grabbing my arm, she practically rushes me down to the nurse's office. You seem in a hurry, Emmy. Try to catch the early bus? Yeah, I told Mum I'd be back for lunch. Well, I'll take care of you first, then. But Hisao's got to come with me, too. The nurse raises a single eyebrow at this statement and peers at the two of us searchingly. Really? Today? Huh. Oh. This must be the day she goes to visit her father's grave. I get it now. Emmy's response is a nod, followed by a surprisingly shy grin. Well then, we'll make this quick. Emmy enters the what the fuck? Emmy enters the nurse's office. Emmy enters the nurse's office, and I patiently pace outside. Horfur. Fu tea finished. Jundering wust thigh way sirs named bo tea beprised spasai Dmee's declaration. Why am I playing with my nail cutters? I feel like I missed out on some joke or significance of today. Beyond the fact that it's clearly significant in some way, of course. True to his word, the nurse lets Emmy out of his office surprisingly quickly. I take her place after promising to meet her at the front gate. The nurse takes my pulse and listens for a bit. Your heart beats faster than usual. Been pushing yourself again, have you? Well, Emmy seemed in a rush to get through the run, so I'm not surprised. Today is rather important to her, you know. I suspected that could be the case, but I have no idea why that's the case. She hasn't told you. Interesting. So you're not going to tell... Ah, my eye. Fuck. You're not going to tell me either, then. Nope. No, I'm not. I suspect that Emmy has her own plan for explaining today to you. I don't want to mess with that. You'll find out soon enough. So what's the rush? Now, as for your heart, I would take it easy the rest of the day. No spontaneous races or anything like that. Got it? No sex, then. Got it. She won't have her running legs on anyway, right? No, but if you think something like that is going to stop her... Good point. I don't think it'll be much of an issue today of all days, but still. If he's trying to reassure me, he's doing a terrible job. I'm quickly becoming more and more worried about what today could be for. Like suddenly finding out Emmy's in a cult or something. Oh god. Oh god. What if it's a cult? Oh god. What if this is the day where she meets her undead vampire father? Gosh. At the same time, if today is such a big deal and Emmy wants me to be with her for it, then maybe she really does want to grow closer to me. Maybe this will be the answer to all the riddles, the sleepless nights and the sudden mood swings. Either way, I barely remember to thank the nurse before taking off as quickly as I dare for my room. To get a shower and throw on some decent-looking clothes. If today is as important as it seems to be, I should dress appropriately. But that's it. We'll find out next time what is going to happen. I suspect it's visiting her father's grave. But I don't know, do I? I don't know. What's this called? Whispers of the Past. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. I have been Millbee. This has been Katawa Shoujo. It's good to be back. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.